What is it I'm doing? What are these fingers for? It's amazing what you can do with fingers. There's a lot of things you have to understand. It's incredible how you see it from inside. So today we're going to travel to direction time center locations and finger points, 5 channel line center rotation interference. You're going to go right into the center operation and you're going to travel through all levels of rotation in your hand formation lines. Okay. Truly understand how powerful and what your hands are and what they can do. It's also intelligence, right? You got 4 line centers of position locations and position line conditions, right? You got 8 position locations and 2 within its position of its moon, right? Two of the high line centers of the sun, put it together. You got a triangle, right? Now what do you have in position location, right? It's amazing how direct line signals to all locations are traveled through time center. So basically, there's a lot of things that are happening right now, as you know. I set up TikTok video for everybody. Tickets go out now for the Symposium. Very powerful. It's a 3.5 hours. I'm the featured guest panelist on the connections of Linda Light. Check her out. You have any details about tickets or when it goes on? It drops February 13th. You don't want to miss it. Also, too, I set up structures for the rebellion and everything through all level conditions, how we go into higher positions of travel. Yeah, I have to get into all levels of your sonar. It's amazing how you look at something through structure. It's all done through identification, too. It's inner child system. Okay. It's very powerful when you go in and out of its equation locations. All right. Also, too, you have to understand what it is when you travel. It's all about you getting the base, and that's a connection when you come into 369. It platforms all position locations. Don't copy what General does. You find a way to find your own base. You find a way to see how you can travel through your 369. Now you can start off with your triangle or not. It doesn't matter. But what matters is it doesn't make any sense to you, right? So that's a true understanding when you go to higher levels of divisions, right? You come into more practical system when it comes into all levels. Travel mix of time centers, allocate position locations, highline center rotation interference, engine patterns. Okay, so your finger line centers are going to have engine patterns. Now, an engine pattern is to understand the solar direction location, radar and vision to its connection, the visionary line center. In position locations, you're going to travel through all your fingers from the center all the way to the align center rotation of Orion's belt. See? 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's going to give you a better understanding how to track the interference to position to its locations. So before we get started, make sure you have your water. It's going to feel a little bit weird because I already set the codes. All I have to do is set the ignition timer, set the buttons and communication line center. You guys are traveling through all levels of your hand formation systems. So 1 track line center position locations, 1 hand on the right side line center and 1 on the left. So what's going to happen after you go through 5-point center locations, you're going to travel to the other side position, right? And that's going to go through You're going to go into the other side line center. You have to know what it's like to use audio interference, understanding right track and left track interference, inner and outer, inner and outer. Okay, that's the continuous force to its high position. All right. Make sure you have your water. Make sure you have your notes. Make sure you have your pens and pencils. Make sure you draw your structures every single time you come in galactic school. That's the most important thing. It's expanding like you wouldn't believe. So also too, it's my daughter's birthday. She's turning 27. I sent a very powerful message about what it's like to be an avatar in a life system, how just life goes by in so many waving systems, because that's all it is. It's a film strip of you. That's all it is. You have to understand frame by frame by frame by frame by frame. Now, if you understand frame by frame by frame by frame, then you understand what the particle system is doing from each frame to each frame. So your particle system goes, whatever you do, your particle system is going where you want to go. right? So you're connected to the magnetic charge line center rotation interference to the ground locations, and everything through the high position of power line center, and everything through the atmospheres of space-time connection, which is amazing. It's glorious to its nature, right? So every time you see me at different travel. You can't see my hand again, can you? You can't see my hands at all. So it's amazing how it gets more faster track to its location interference. Today's class for the over review is going to be at 4 p.m. All right, it's just to keep you heads up of what's going to happen next. So we're just going to continue on what happened today, and then we'll go on to what's going to happen tomorrow. Any questions or comments you can leave below, or you can wait until I go on TikTok afterwards. Okay. Tina, how's it going? Jenna, how's it going? Psychic Babes. Hey, Psychic Babes, how you doing? Let me know, Psychic Babes, if you want to go to Hardline Center. I have to set up your hologram structure locations. Ellen, Bell, how's it going? Chris, how's it going? Heather, Johnny, Benchy, Lotus, how's it going? Airbender. All right. Hope you guys are getting ready to travel. This is going to be a lot of fun. So you guys have never traveled through your hands. So it's going to be really interesting. You're going to go, whoa, what is this? I'm in my hands right now. And you're going to see electrical lights. And you can see panel interference. You're going to see strip lines. It's like a whole nother world, guys. And you're like, this microscopic small system locations. And you're walking around inside your hand formation line center. It has circuitry boards. It has barcodes, electronic interference. It's a whole nother world in your hand of the center rotation. See that? See all those lines? It's all connected to you through travel. See? It's travel. Look at that. Look how powerful that is. Look amazing how that travels. Right? Why am I whispering? The reason why I whisper is because they understand location as interference position of sonar line center. So it has to understand my positions if I'm whispering or if I'm talking loud. Right? Voice and grid line center comes in position locations as long as it understands its voice pattern. Let's say you're off channel and you're like coughing or sneezing, whatever, right? Your hand's going to like, because it has to understand your connection, right? So it's all about understanding why it's so important to have your voice grid system to locations when you travel through your water of its interface location. See that? Is it a light? Is it a light up there? What is it doing? What's it doing? What's it doing? What's it doing? See the UFO? See the UFO? See the UFO? See the UFO? There it is. There's a UFO. Anything can be created. UFO can be in the water. All you have to do is stand light, seeing locations to see the dark line center, you see rotation interference, you see sun graph locations, anything the moon line interference location. It's amazing how you create a UFO and its water substance. So it's going beyond recognition time. You guys start off with your structures. But once you go to a higher level system, you start using glass as water. Water is glass. And you really can just look at it and say, well, what can I do with the light? As it disappears and travels. See? See that? See how it lights up? Yeah, see? See how it travels? Look at that. Hey, whoa, look at that. So, see what it's got? See the heart? See the heart shape? See it? See what I did? It's your imagination you create. I create a heart. It creates a heart through light. Travel through position locations. See? See out there? See how it travels? See how it travels? See how it travels? See how it travels? See the plasma? See the liquid formation line center? It's amazing what light is, right? Look at that. Just lights it right up. Isn't that incredible how you see these things? So now you understand how powerful light is. You're going to travel through it. First time through an information system. All right, so we're going to set up the sequence location. Terry, how's it going? Veronica, how's it going? All right, I'll read you guys in position locations after line center after we travel to location. Captain. Now's the time to go of all position of past to get more in position line center. So it's not just getting into structures, guys. It's getting into everything and have fun with a glass of water. Get into your imagination now. I just created a UFO traveling inside the water of its glass. Okay, your imagination goes beyond direction of time and space. You can do anything through your information line center. See? Anything you want to do. See that? See that? See that right there? See? See that? See how that travels? See my hand? See my hand right there? See that? See the plasma light? Isn't that incredible how it just travels? My finger points are up here. So from here to here, it's traveling. See? Isn't that incredible? You see that? You can see the light. You can see the lacing lines, right? It's incredible how it travels the direction of time center. All right. Janet, Mike, just directing everybody. Arlene, how's it going? Chris. All right, you guys have a lot to say today. Missy Giller. Okay, observation line centers will be on standby. You'll see the energy, you'll feel the energies, but once you go to higher level system, you see more in clarity locations. You have to really get into more of your structures of your imagination as a child, guys. Okay, I'm just showing you what you can do through a glass of water and how it can create a UFO through travel. Okay, let's see here. Let's get into visual locations. Initiate go. Highline center visual locations. Code frequency locations of observers, opposition locations. The GEFs and everything through the Black Federation Light and the Rebellion. Set course position locations, highline center, position line center rotation. Calculations to Mother Earth, position location. High channel is rotation center. All right, so I'm going to draw my handline center interference, space line conditions coming in channels. All right, so let's graph its system to its locations. I'm just going to draw it out. And then you're going to travel through one handline center, and then you're going to go through the air-light rotation. I really, guys, want you to get an understanding what your hand is and what it can do through travel. Okay? All right. So as you're traveling, try to get in position of what's going on with your hands. Okay, really focus on traverse of time. Okay? All right, so I'm going to move the hands in highline center. Okay? Now it's just moving the strip line rotation and interference locations. It's setting up a graph line connection to its interference location. Now it's a back force interference line center rotation. It's my left hand position, but my right hand is handing the right side rotation and interference locations, right? Traverse of time position locations. Initiate go. All right. 40 minutes, have fun. Now, when you central off your positions to your right hand, you're going to travel right to the left center of the code frequency locations in your left hand. And then you're going to come out through the backhand line center in position up to Orion's belt and back in division location to a center operation. All right. Have fun. All right. Lotus is already booted up. That's awesome. Now I rise into the highline center 5678540.57489.6775. Now in the hand of all space unknown, potential of now in my hand infinite. Right. So the thing is, Lotus, you can't travel through weather now because you're inside your hand. Okay, so it's a little bit different where you have to understand, oh, I can't use my clocking now because I'm just walking. Right? I'm just getting to know what my hand is. What is it all about? Why do I have hands? Right? So now you know. Lightworker, how you doing? Okay, let's see. All rainbow sequence traveling from heart to team heart centers. Sonar pulsing out to a beautiful family. Traveling through the cosmic records, now upgrading Heartline Center, now traveling flash forward, cosmic heart recognition and calibration. Now my hand with cosmic hand, cosmic records. Going so fast, high speed, Yeah. Boot it up before travel. Stonehenge, our fingers. Okay, how's it going? Pulling codes from handpoint. Yeah. Tron travel brought back from 3,500 years in the future, completing the codes of atom balance. Oh, wow. You guys are getting a lot more knowledgeable. Upgrade to the Heartline Center through the mapping weather pattern star systems of left, right. Awesome. Recalibrating now, walking through general. There you go. Thumbs are receiving reset of new position, both past and present, and balance through hand formation of light and dark. You have to understand your positions, traveling through all position locations, right? So you're going to see the centralized center of your finger points and why it's so important that this is the sun and this is the moon, right? So you have to understand why we put you in positions of locations, right? It's amazing, huh? Right? It's incredible how you go into your own identifications to outline center all through finger point location. All right. So you really, really have to understand what I'm doing through calculations. It operations its system to its location center, operation to all level rotation to interference, comes into all pattern line center rotation to all calculation of shapes and anomalies, in position to its location to its center operation center location, high level rotation to high level connections of high level positions of activation core line connections. So it's all about understanding structure, right? Symbolism to track line centers, geometry setting. It's a communication cycle to a rotation and inference position. So it's all about understanding how to travel from one hand to the other hand line center of the right track system to all levels of the left hand rotation. So it's really, really powerful when you combine the combustion and interference line center to the Merkaba. Johnny understands this, and everything for the Merkaba of its high position. So you can just travel through Merkaba, but you have to understand all frequencies in the center line operation to your position, your tetrahedron locations. So, like I said, it's not just understanding how to do structure on paper. It's all about understanding how to calculate and modify lights of water through a glass, or your hand formations, or create geometry settings of communications of travel. Travel, right? Travel. This is travel. This is travel right here. So it's all about understanding what you're doing through calculations. So the galaxy is never still. It constantly moves its position to its line connection. It's truly powerful when it goes on all level sequences, but it's in a flowing record of time, center, position, location. The clocking center is not in position to allocate timeline center, but it's in all position to all location of center operation. So everything in life is what? Flowing recognition of time, right? So all right. See what you guys are going through. Let's see. Fingers are getting in position. I see the line and fingers at this end. It's 3 lines that I fray out. Tron, Egypt, hands. Fingers are getting more warmer now, pulling in new energy. Lines are illuminated. Yep. Amazing, guys. You're doing great. Hey, thank you for the support, Lightworker Queen. Amber is amazing. Yes, everybody's amazing. Fingers of the past getting stretched, relaxed, and put in perspective of the now. The hardest thing to do is define what flow is of you. And the only way to do that is to have the ability to know the motion to position to its location. Like really understanding the flow, right? It's just the flow, right? You know, it's just the constant flow, right? So it's all about speed, right? That's all it is. So when you understand the flowing direction of time, it just keeps going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, 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 fast. So it can go like this, it can go like this, and this stays on standby, right? Or this can go like this, and this can stay on standby. So you have to truly understand how to introvert, extrovert, outrovert, line signal, rotate, surface position, line connect, matrix line division, activate, initiate, calculate, motivate, line signal, rotation center, information, line connection, operation, indirection. So, you get the point. Fingers of the past, it's stretched. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Position locations, communication, pulsating nerve endings now opening formations of universal communication. In or out of codes of sonar pulsing balance and rebooting. Okay, the eye, the center of the hand balance as well. I get the planet, Arterius in mind. Beautiful Heather. It's great. Lots of vibration in palm chakras I can see. White light coming in and illuminating my hands. Now you guys come out of your positions. You go from your right to your left. Once you come out and go back to Orion's Beltline Center, you understand what your hands are. You have better communication where your hands are. Okay? So, yeah, Bruce Lee, yeah. Fist of Fury. I'm just showing you how to get into motion, right? That's all it is. And that's why Bruce Lee was always in position all the time. Like, he was always know what he was doing before he was doing it. It's all about seeing things ahead of time. And it's amazing what you can do with your hands as they flow, with Tai Chi, bring it back and go forward. You can go like this, you bring it around. So as long as you always have a guard, this is a guard. You're guarding everything in your body. Can't see my hand now, right? It's gone. So it's amazing how, you can travel through clocking center. So it's getting into your imagination, just not in structure on paper, but how you can do things with your hands. Really just get into the flow of the hand and just communicate to each other. Right? That's all it is. And if one exhaust signal, the other hand will come in and fix the rotation, whatever it is. See? And fixes it. That's it. Finger points and all level rotations, understand all position line axis and line connection. All right. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 4, 6. So you're changing timeline center, right? And then you can vortex over 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 20, 21, 32, 46. So it's all time, position, location, right? So each finger is a different clocking center. Okay. The only thing you have to understand is center operation to all position locations and how you stream position to its activation core line conditions. See that? There's always light that always comes in the way. See? Always light that always comes in the way. So, all right. Flowing with our universal communication, past, present, future, line signals. Yep. Definitely can feel the energy. Me too. Tons of beautiful beings. Left hand, right hemisphere are reflecting each other, balancing the center points. Everything is mirroring. That's exactly what it is. Everything is mirroring. Everything is mirroring. Look at that. You can't see my hand, but you see the rotation. See that? That's all it is. It's just light traveling, right? You can't see the bottom line center because it's traveling very fast. But it's setting signals to where? The moon. The moon creates a shadow. Look at that. See? Then you can see what I'm doing. Then I can send signals. See? My hand's going faster, and you can see that. So it's about shape shifting. Okay, electronic interference of digital line center. Very, very powerful when you connect to all position locations. Catching you with future fingers, index, point, and thumb energized. Yeah. Ty, how's it going? Slide now. Yeah. So I put you guys in visual locations where you have to understand how to illuminate your hands and see everything through box center. Right? See the box? Right? So the particle system has to understand the cell. The cell has to understand its operation of its computer. The computer has to understand all position location to its planet. The planet has to understand all levels of its signal. Right? So, and that's how it changes position to its locations. But as soon as you add it to light, it travels right away. See? See the light? See that? You see? See how it travels and it creates. See that? So you're always creating what? Structure, right? It's drawings of light, but it's just coming from my hand, right? It's coming from my hand. That's all it is. See? See that? See how fast it's going? See? It's blinking, right? But where's it coming from? Your position is the sun and the moon, right? But it needs a planet. What planet is it connecting to? Because you have to stand positions when you come into the right track and the left track audio interference. So in position, when you travel through timeline center, you have to send your barcode interference locations, electronic interference, to all levels of its moon and its finger point locations. Right? See that? You can go slower, but you see the light through my hands. See? See the light through my hand? See? This is translucent, right? It's an instant gratification if you understand the warmth of light, if you understand the communication of light, if you understand all activations of light, the initiation of creation of light, of what it is, and it disappears. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. It travels. So you have to have you position your sun and your moon and your flexor powers line center locations. So it's amazing how you can do these things. And that's what it is to be an inner child. It's not just doing structure, it's doing structure to everything through light. Okay. And the moon of dark. All right. So it's amazing what you do through highlight conditions. If I apply it to my division, I put my hand there. Right. It's incredible when it connects. You know, it's incredible. See? You see the board come out? You see it? See that there? See it traveling? See the center line center? See the digital pad? See how the actual digital pad is on the other line center? You see the computer, see the operation system? That's my hand traveling to the other line center, the eye receptacle line center, to my finger point locations, to the sun position, to the moon, to its planet line conditions, which is positions of Pluto. Okay? See? You got the finger right here. Hey, look at that. Woo. See? See? Everything is communication. So, all right. I see them. They are blue. Their eyes are sparkling like stars. They're Trey and Starseed, very friendly. Yeah. Happy with class today as the incoming energy is now set and flow in the center. Yeah. Barcode being dusted, calibrated off, optimum scanning in lower box center. Green bar lights illuminating with boot. Red lights, I can tell if I'll be handy to all of this. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Now you know exactly what your hands are and what you can use them for. You should be able to be an imagination child everywhere you go and everything that you do. Not just draw structures of pictures, to do anything with your phone, communicate with your phone, right? Your phone is very powerful, right? Put your fingers on it, it changes direction, see? It's incredible force. So it's there, and now you see what's connecting, right? It's always connecting. It's always connecting. So you got the light in position of the sun, and you got the light center, change the rotations. See how it changes position? right? See how it shifts line center? See how the lights comes up? All positioned to my phone. So you really have to get into electronic interference of view through barcode interference locations. You got 2 channel line centers, the center operation to position identification to your all levels at your finger point locations, right? You got 8 atmospheres of time, 2 within rotations of the moon, and 2 in the activation system of the sun rotation connection. All right. All right. Use my different fingers, accelerate whole hands, greater power transfer. Ding. Yeah. Now flash forward my galaxy now hands on my planets, all sentient beings, Father and Son, Mother Moon, all star systems, weather mapping and decimal clocking now upgraded to Heartline Center. There you go. Asking baby, child, teenage, adult for contribution to all, no matter timeline. I hear Ty currently. We see you, brother. We love you. Yeah. That's great. Communicating, travel through hands, strengthening in person, hands being pushed back with great force. Multiple effects capacity on both hands, finger sparkles, laser light. Really take a time to understand what your hands are and what they're used for when you travel through and through light. Light is everything, right? So when you're traveling, you're connecting, right? See the light up there? Setting up signals. See how it's different? You got the low ground and you got the high ground. See? 2 different signals on location interference, traveling through all position locations. 1 million line center, second per second on a 12 cycle rotation. See? Everything is balanced with the right and the left of the hemisphere. Okay? So it's all connected to my voice system. As soon as I stop, my fingers should stop. Okay? Because if you don't, you override the position location to the finger point line center. These are all different positions of planets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you could change this to the moon line center. This is the sun. The moon and the sun never change, but they change direction. Now, the moon's over here and the sun's here, and you got 3 line centers in rotation. Bring it down through traverse of time center. Really get into voice channel of space. Really get position locations of highline center all to your finger point locations of traverse of time center. Allocate position locations. Allocate position locations. Allocate locations. Always has to be in sequence. If one is off channel, it's going to lose directional location. So the left-hand line center has to come in. Right? It's a story frame. That's all it is. You have to know what it's like to be a highline center of imagination to a comic hero of a child. To know what it's like to have a cape. I'm Superman. You know, it's incredible stuff how you just communicate with your fingers. It's incredible how you can do these things. And I'm just showing you so many ways you can travel just through light. Be playful. Understand what light is. Right? Light is not just for you to see. Light is for you to interact. Right? So, a lot of ways to do structures of light through position, location, of space. All right. Sonar panel highlights incoming data, energy washing machine transmitting emitting. Okay, now on the mapping weather systems and gold and silver key codes. Yep, clocking, checker communications. Okay, I just had a journey and took me to the future to show me that I won't need communication with fingers when we are light beings. He showed me the bird-like antenna, wires of fingers, digits. Everybody comes in their own position locations, right? You have to really understand the transmission communication of the lights. Lights is everything given to you through intelligence. Okay. So now mission complete. Thank you. Yep. General Lotus is out. I can see his position. Heather, your picks are helping me see the whole body. And it's all about helping each other. But the most important thing is to really get into what light is, how to communicate with it from the lower grounds and the higher ground location. But try to understand what your hand is. It's nothing but communication. That's all it is. It's intelligence, and they talk extremely fast. Right? So they're sending what signals? So as soon as you change position, right? They come up. Right? There's obviously a problem there, right? So you have to find the problems through the psycholine center. They come together. It's drama with your fingers because you can really understand more position locations as an imagination of a child to understand your finger point locations, all digital line center to box locations or anything center line operation to its connection of its digital code of its identification line connections. Program setting to all position to locations. Fingers, not just fingers. Thumbs are not just thumbs anymore. And you guys are starting to realize that more, right? See? This is travel. This is travel. This is travel. This is travel. See? This is travel. This is travel. Everything is travel. That's why it's so amazing. You're creating. That's all you're doing. So once you understand the creation, it comes into form. Once you understand the creation, it comes into form. Once you understand the creation, it comes into form. Once you understand the creation, it comes into form. Right? It's incredible. It really is. So communication with the blue light being through 3 pink dots, circle balance with the sun and the moon next to each other. Yeah, that's a double whammy with 2 moon line centers, especially when you come into light locations. Separation to division of connections of high line connections, right? So this is a double helix. I don't need to see structure. I am the structure. I don't need to see structure. I am the structure. Do you understand? Structure, 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 structure. That's all it is, right? So you become one of everything, all through mutation, right? So it's great to understand these things because you get a better understanding how to line divide position, location, electronic interference to all levels of the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of its connections, right? You have to get out of the logistics. You have to get out of the square line center. You got to get in position of the inner position location of what it's like to see inside your hand line center. Everything is center of operation. Everything is center of operation. Okay. So, oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you guys had a lot of good time. So I guess in position, it's amazing how we travel through Rickson Time Center. Now it's actually coming into 40 minutes. Isn't that amazing? 40 minutes of travel in position locations. That's pretty good. Computer was off about maybe 40 seconds within the sundial line center rotation of its moon, which is incredible. So that means that the computer line center was off just a little bit position locations. But if I look at my phone, it's exactly 1111. You see that? That portal opened for you guys at 1111. See? Record of time center. 1111. Open a portal location and sequence. Isn't that interesting how that computer was activating the core line center to my phone reception position coming into 1111 at the same time? The same time, position, locations. Everything is communication. Look at my phone. Look at the rainbows. See? Look at the rainbow set. See? Look at that. Look how powerful light is and what it does. What it does for you. It changes color. Changes color. Look at that. Whoa. Look at the color change. Guys, you really have to pay attention to how it's so amazing to see these things, right? We're just showing you how is it possible that the code signal to the phone was 1111, taking you out of the equation line center, taking you out of your finger point locations at its position of time center, coming into high levels of its rotation system. Right? Pretty powerful stuff. That means I have to set the communication line center position to the phone coming into 1111. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know everybody's out because I set the codes on 1111 to my phone. Okay. But I'm just saying that you can communicate your phone and you can set time. It's like waking up with your clock, setting it at a certain time because I knew exactly when you guys were going to come out. Isn't that incredible? So what does that mean? What does that mean? For it to in position location of 1111, that means that you came out of my phone exactly at that particular time. Right? It's amazing what you can do through the mind of beyond record of time. All right. All right. So second class, the overview, we'll just go what we did before. We will start at 4. I'm going to head over to TikTok. Adios.